Have you ever wondered how a single gunshot could trigger a global conflict that would leave millions dead and reshape the course of history? That's precisely what happened in the summer of 1914, igniting the spark that would become World War I. This cataclysmic event began on June 28, 1914, with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria in Sarajevo. This act of violence, perpetrated by a Serbian nationalist, set off a domino effect of alliances, leading to the declaration of war by Austria-Hungary on Serbia, marking the start of the Great War. As the summer of 1914 wore on, the conflict escalated rapidly. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, declared war on Russia and France in early August. By the end of the month, the British had joined the fray, siding with the Russians and French, creating the major Allied and Central Powers of World War I. The Western Front, a series of trenches stretching from the English Channel to the Swiss border, became a brutal stalemate, where advances were measured in yards, not miles. The Eastern Front, on the other hand, was a fluid and changing landscape, where the Central Powers clashed with the Russian Empire. In 1915, the war expanded to include new fronts in Italy and the Middle East. The Gallipoli campaign, an unsuccessful attempt by the Allies to control the sea route from Europe to Russia, resulted in heavy casualties and a victory for the Ottoman Empire. By 1916, the war had become a war of attrition, with the Battle of Verdun and the Battle of the Somme resulting in over 1 million casualties each. Yet the lines barely moved, and the war raged on. America entered the war in April of 1917, following unrestricted submarine warfare by Germany. Their entry marked a turning point in the war, providing much-needed reinforcements to the Allies on the Western Front. By the fall of 1918, the Central Powers were in retreat. The signing of the armistice on November 11, 1918, effectively ended World War I, but the peace was a fragile one. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in June of 1919, placed the blame for the war squarely on Germany and Austria-Hungary, sowing the seeds of resentment that would lead to World War II. So, to recap, World War I began with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in 1914, escalating rapidly due to a complex system of alliances. It became a war of attrition fought in trenches on the Western Front and fluid battles on the Eastern Front. The entry of America in 1917 marked a turning point in the war, which ended with the signing of the armistice in November 1918. This war, which left millions dead and reshaped the world, began with a single gunshot and ended with a peace treaty that set the stage for an even larger conflict. It's a stark reminder of how small actions can have far-reaching consequences, and how the echoes of history continue to resonate today.